Join us tonight on My News 26 Evening News when we'll talk about Michigan's firework laws and whether your fireworks are actually legal. After several days of crews working around the clock to clear down trees and electrical lines, M22 in Glen Arbor is now reopened. On My News 26, we'll share details to the astounding rescue of two men from a flooding sailboat yesterday morning. A simple phone call to police could save a life, and just may have Saturday night in Leelanau County.
Good evening, I'm Abigail Blackrick. News 8 at 6 starts now.
The search continues for a missing child in Genesee County. 9-year-old Omarion Humphrey went missing Saturday evening, and according to reports, he has not been seen since. A severe weather outbreak on Sunday has left thousands in the dark and many communities cleaning up. Tonight on My News 26, we'll tell you what's next for the man who broke into a Cadillac home and ordered another man to smoke weed with him. And good news for travelers this weekend, as several construction projects have been suspended for the holiday.
If you're one of the thousands of people coming downtown Grand Rapids for Art Prize, you might want to bring one of two things: your patience if you're driving a car, or a bicycle.
Tonight on My News 26 Evening News, we'll tell you about a 116-year-old long-lost shipwreck that was discovered in the bottom of Lake Michigan in June, and now it's been identified. And that's the latest from around our region. I'll be back in a few moments with a look around the world. Hello, I'm Abigail Blackrick, and here's what's happening in our community. Same-sex marriage is now legal in all 50 states. In a historical 5-4 vote, the Supreme Court ruled that same-sex partners have a constitutional right to be married. All states are now required to grant marriage licenses for same-sex unions and recognize same-sex marriages performed in other states. Michigan is one of 4 states directly affected by the ruling. In Michigan, same-sex marriage was legal for a single day last year after a U.S. District Court decision ruling the state's ban unconstitutional. About 300 couples were issued marriage licenses and were married that day before the state attorney general filed an emergency stay within the Sixth Circuit Court, essentially reinstating the ban and revoking the recognition of all same-sex unions. Many locals have already felt the effect of the Supreme Court's ruling.
It's changing the way I'm looking at life now, because I didn't think this day was ever going to happen.
Lonnie Burkett is the owner of Escape, one of only a couple gay bars in northern Michigan. He was one of many people excited by the Supreme Court's ruling regarding same-sex marriage.
I think it's wonderful. It's time for the world to recognize everyone equally.
Another person who feels the legalization of same-sex marriage will have a positive impact is Tiffany Robinson, president of the Northern Michigan Diversity Initiative.
I'm very excited about it. I think it's going to do awesome things for the whole country and especially the smaller towns.
Robinson feels the Supreme Court's decision will be a big step for diversity in Northern Michigan.
I think in a smaller town it's not as diverse of a population, so you don't see a lot of same-sex couples that are very open about it. So I think it'll give all of them a chance to come out and, say, here we are, and, everything's equal now.
Not everyone was entirely supportive of the ruling. David McMahon, senior pastor of First Baptist Church of Cadillac, was concerned about its lack of compatibility with his church's religion.
American Baptist Church's US of A several years ago said that the practice of homosexuality is not compatible with Christian teaching. And so for me to solemnize or officiate a same-sex union not only goes against my own theological framework and biblical understanding, but it also puts me in violation of my code of ethics, and it puts me in violation really of the bylaws of this church.
McMahon said that while same-sex marriage isn't compatible with his church's beliefs, it's an important time to remember the importance of respecting the beliefs of others.
It's important for the church to make sure that we listen, that we have a heart, should not be angry, should not be caustic towards people who are identifying, wanting to be involved in same-sex unions, and hope that there would be an understanding and a dialogue that we could engage in with that, and throwing out words like homophobic or judgmentalism really doesn't help in the dialogue. But we as a church certainly must do better when it comes to giving respect. All people are due respect, and we hope that Christ followers would be respected as well for their beliefs.
Those supporting same-sex marriage feel the Supreme Court's ruling gives respect for their own beliefs, finally calling them equal in the eyes of the law.
I just think it really puts everybody on an even playing field now. Like, everybody says, well, everybody's equal. Well, now it's true. Like, everybody's equal. Everybody has the same laws and rules and regulations now. So it's just an awesome thing to happen.
This is a tape from nearly 40 years ago, and what's on it is even more shocking. Find out why police are saying this ladder was an accident waiting to happen. Here at Cannonsburg Ski and Ride area, there is certainly no shortfall of snow, allowing the slopes to open in November this year.